Hello again and welcome to a new episode. Marta dice episodio. This is not an episode. This is a class. All right, but, okay Marta, welcome to episode 180. Welcome to program 180. Welcome to class, English class, eso sí, 180. Wow, we're moving towards 200, eh? Soon, it'll be class 200, 300, 3,000. Do you think we'll reach class 10,000 together? Yeah? Will we still be friends after 10,000 classes? Yeah? You can watch me get old and older and older and feeble and things and say, oh, Richard, don't you think it's time to retire? Me retire? I'm going to die with my boots on, con las botas puestas. Nah, I think I'll take them off first. But nevertheless. Okay, Luigi Barghini and Anna, remember, last week they flew to Stuttgart for a series of meetings. Fíjate. Fueron en avión a Stuttgart para una serie de reuniones. Fíjate cómo lo voy a decir. They flew to Stuttgart for a series of meetings. Se dice series, se escribe series. Como en español, series. Ortografía es idéntica, series. But it's a strange word in English because siempre tiene ese, singular y plural. One series, two series. La palabra no cambia. One series, two series. Es como lo contrario con pez o pescado. One fish, two fish. No se debe decir fishes. One deer, un ciervo, dos ciervos. One deer, two deer. But series is the opposite. Empieza con la S, o sea, termina con S, y siempre tiene S. One series, two series. So, they flew to Stuttgart for a series of meetings and to negotiate a potential contract for the supply of car seats for the small models at Mercedes-Benz. So, para el suministro de asientos de coche, for the supply of car seats to Mercedes-Benz. All right. So they flew there. They had reservations at the Regency Hotel. So they stayed in the Regency Hotel. On the first day, they had two meetings, basically courtesy meetings, de cortesía. Basically courtesy meetings. The first meeting was at 11 o'clock with the chairman of Mercedes-Benz, the chairman of the board. It started at 11 o'clock. It started at 11 o'clock, and it lasted 45 minutes. During the meeting, they basically se dice mucho en inglés basically, básicamente, principalmente. They basically talked about the Agnelli family in Italy, the family that is the owner of Fiat. After the meeting ended, recuerda, las cosas end, las personas finish. I finish, the meeting ends. So the meeting ended at 11:45. But 15 minutes later, Luigi and Anna had lunch with the same man, with the chairman and the managing director, or CEO. And during that meeting, they talked about two subjects most of the time, la mayor parte del tiempo, most of the time. Memoriza esto. Pero enlaza la T de most con of. Most of. Mostaza. Mostaza. Most of the time I use Mostaza. Mostar. It's a city in Herzegovina. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Mostar. Most of. Most of the time, during the lunch, they talked about the market for luxury cars, and they talked about the competition from Japanese models like Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, etc. Okay. So, during the lunch, they had lunch in the private dining room on the top floor. After lunch, Luigi and Anna went back to the hotel. Why did they go back to the hotel? Well, they went back to the hotel because they didn't have any more meetings. And why didn't they have any more meetings? I don't know. It was the first day. They're planning to be, this is last week, they were planning to be in Stuttgart for 3 days. Day number 1 was simply orientation day, basically, and courtesy day. Day number 2 and number 3, work, meetings, negotiations, okay? All right. So they went back to the hotel. What, did they take a nap? I don't think so. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say they took a nap. It doesn't say that they took a nap. Your question is, si echaron la siesta? No, they didn't take it. No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that, right? In your book? Do you have the book? If you look at the book, it doesn't say they took a nap. So, I asumo, que significa doy por sentado. I assume, así decimos, I take for granted. I assume they didn't take a nap because it doesn't say they took a nap. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. It's a mystery, but it's not an important mystery. So, I assume they didn't take a nap because it doesn't say they took a nap. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say. No dice. No lo dice. All right, but so what did they do in the hotel? They spent a couple of hours. A what? A couple of hours. Un par de horas. Yes, they spent a couple, couple, como una copla, un couple. They spent a couple of hours, Fíjate con la F de of, que suena V inglesa, se enlaza con hours. A couple of hours. They spent a couple of hours planning the meetings for the next day. Oh, good. Did they have dinner in the hotel? In the hotel restaurant? No, they didn't. There is a restaurant in the Regency Hotel, but no, they didn't have dinner in the hotel restaurant. Why not? Why didn't they have dinner in the hotel restaurant? Because they had a dinner date. They had a reservation. They had dinner plans. Oh, really? Who did they have dinner alone together? Luigi and his daughter, Anna. No. They had dinner with another person. Oh. Who did they have dinner with? Who did they have dinner with? Yes. Who did they have dinner with? They had dinner with a young man. A young man. This was last week, right? Yeah. Was the young man German or Italian? He was German. What was his name? His name was Karl Polster. Karl. Like Karl Marx, Karl Polster. Oh. How old was he? Or how old is he? Vamos al presente. He's 34. How old is Anna? I think Anna's 28. No, she's 27. Anna's young. Yeah. Anna Barghini is very young. Yeah. And she's 27. And Karl Polster is 34. But why did they have dinner last week with Karl Polster? Because he's a manager in Mercedes-Benz. Oh, what does he do? ¿Cómo? What does he do? ¿Qué quieres decir, what does he do? ¿A qué se dedica en Mercedes-Benz? Pero has dicho qué hace. Claro, what does he do? What do you do? What do I do? Esta pregunta pide profesión o actividad laboral, profesional. What does he do? Carl Polster, he is the purchasing manager. The what? The purchasing manager. Well, manager means gerente or director, right? Yeah. But what does purchasing mean? Excuse me? What does purchasing mean? What does purchasing mean? How do you say purchasing in Spanish? Compras. Pero comprar is to buy. Yeah, to buy, but also to purchase. How do you spell it? How do you spell it? Purchase. 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 All right. So Carl Polster is the purchasing manager in Mercedes-Benz. So he has, well, does he know Anna personally? Yes, Carl knows Anna from previous meetings, because this last week wasn't the first time that Luigi and Anna were in Stuttgart, because these negotiations started 6 months ago. It's a very important business, the car seats for the small models, for future models. So it's a long process. And so Carl met Anna 3 or 4 months ago in Stuttgart. And he went to Verona once with a group of engineers. Carl is the purchasing manager. So he needs the administrative function of bringing the car seats from Italy and buying the car seats, purchasing the car seats. However, in the negotiations, Carl Polster is less important. The important negotiations are with the product engineering and process engineering departments. Luigi and Anna, in their negotiations with Mercedes-Benz, need to convince the engineers, not the purchasing manager. The purchasing manager is a expediter between on formalizing the process of buying and sending, shipping, los envíos. But he's not the person who makes the final decision on Luigi's company or a different competitor or competing company. It's the engineers. Nevertheless, Carl Polster is an ally. He's a what? Carl Polster is an ally. Ally. Carl Polster is an ally. Ally. I don't understand ally. What does ally mean? What does ally mean? How do you say ally in English, in Spanish? Aliado. Carl Polster es un aliado. He doesn't make the final decision. He's important. Carl Polster is important. He's the purchasing manager for all of Mercedes-Benz. But he doesn't make the final decision. The engineers make the final decision. Production engineers make the final decision. But he's important. And he's an ally of Luigi and Anna. Oh, really? And why is he an ally? Because he likes Anna. He likes Anna. Yeah, he likes Anna. He thinks she's very attractive. He thinks she's very nice. He likes her very much. Does she like him? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she likes him or not. But last week they had dinner. On the first night, they had dinner with Carl Polster. All right. What does Luigi know that there's a potential relationship between Carl and Anna? Well, Yes, I think he can see. I think Luigi can see that Carl is interested in Anna. It's very clear. Carl can't hide it. To hide is esconder o ocultar. Carl can't hide the fact. Ocultar el hecho de que. Carl can't hide the fact that he is interested in Anna, that he likes Anna. And of course, Luigi is not dumb. Dumb is tonto. Luigi's not dumb. He can see there's a potential chemistry here. But he knows his daughter. And he knows that she perhaps is not interested in Carl. And I think Anna doesn't know. O hace la tonta, o es que no se entera. She doesn't know that Carl is specifically interested in her. All right. And so Carl is an ally. Un aliado. Carl is an ally. But is Carl single? Yes, he is. How old is he? I don't remember. How old is he? Well, last week he was 34. This week, I don't know. I suppose he's still 34. But last week, during this dinner, Carl was 34 years old. Now, the probability that this week he is 35 is 1 in 52. All right. So probably he's not 35 now. Probably he's still 34. And how old is Anna? Excuse me. How old is Diz? ¿Qué significa Diz? How old is? Claro, te entiendo. Ahora enlazas, ¿no, Richard? Yes. How old is Anna? How old is Anna? Old Susanna. How old is Anna? Oh, don't you cry for me. How old is Anna? Así hablamos inglés. How old is Anna? How old is Anna? How old is Anna? How old is Anna? Parece otro idioma, ¿no? How old is Anna? How old is Anna? Oh, don't you cry for me. How old is Anna? She's 27. So, there's a 7-year difference. Yes, there's a 7 years difference. Is that a lot, in your opinion? No. No, it's okay. Don't you think Carl is a little old for Anna? No, not really. Why is Carl single at 34? Nowadays, hoy en día, se dice nowadays. Se escribe nowadays, todo junto, pero se pronuncia nowadays. Nowadays, many people are single at 34. Yes. But something happened several years ago in Carl's life, which you will understand why perhaps he's single now. There's a reason. There's a reason. So, was he married before? No, he wasn't married before. No. Well, what happened? I'm not going to say. Come on, Richard, tell me. Why? Because I want to know. Be patient, okay? It's around here, somewhere. Around here, somewhere. I can't wait that long. Something happened in Carl's past, which is a good reason that he is still single at the age of 34. All right. But does Carl want to continue working with Anna's company? Well, of course. It's a perfect pretext. Carl says, que chollo. It's a perfect pretext to continue seeing Anna. So is Carl going to convince the engineers to choose Luigi's company? Excuse me? Is Carl Polster, the purchasing manager, is he, in your opinion, Richard, is he going to convencer, is he going to convince the engineers in Mercedes to choose Pinto, Gorgorito, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe? Is he to choose Luigi's company? No, he's not. No, it's the decision of the engineers. Carl Polster can't try to influence. Well, Is he going to try to influence the decision? If he tries to influence the decision, it needs to be very discreet, because the rules and regulations and policies, políticas, the policies in Mercedes-Benz are very well defined, muy bien definidas, las políticas, very well defined. And the purchasing manager doesn't make decisions concerning engineering or product. The purchasing manager facilitates the purchasing and the logistics, but the purchasing manager doesn't make the final decision. All right. Now, did Carl Pohl, last week, when Carl was having dinner with Anna and with her father, did he ask, do you remember, did Carl ask Anna if she was single? No, he didn't. In the dinner last week, no. He didn't ask Anna in front of her father. By the way, Anna, are you single? No. He didn't ask her if he was single, if she was single. Why not? Why didn't he ask her? Well, very simply, because he already knew. Ya lo sabía, ya sabía que. He already knew that she was single. But did he ask her if she had a boyfriend in Italy? In front of her father. By the way, Anna, do you have a boyfriend in Italy? Come on. That's a silly question. Come on. Ask me more serious questions. Well, did he ask her if she had a relationship in Italy? No, he didn't. But did he know if she had a relationship or not? No. In fact, he doesn't know. Maybe she has 3 boyfriends. He doesn't know if she has a relationship in Italy or not. He doesn't know. So he's wondering. Wondering como wonderful. He's wondering means se está preguntando, seguramente. He's wondering if she has a relationship with anyone. He doesn't know. During the dinner, was Luigi relatively quiet? Yes, during the dinner, Luigi was relatively quiet. He didn't speak very much. Carl and Anna were speaking more, especially Carl. A German purchasing manager. German people are usually not as talkative. Habladores, parlanchines. German people are usually not as talkative as Italian people. But last week during the dinner, Carl was talkative. Talkative, escrito, significa hablador. Parlanchino. Bueno, parlanchino es un poco negativo. O sea, hablador. He was talkative. Talking to Anna about things. Talking to Anna about Verona, about Venice, about car seats, about Fiat, about Alfa Romeo, yes, about Bugatti, Lamborghini, and about Ferrari, and about Porsche, about BMW. Carl was talking about a lot of things with Anna, and Anna was listening, and Luigi was looking, and he was noticing. Last week he noticed that Carl Polster is very interested in Anna Marghini. Well, is the father worried about this? No, he's not worried for the moment. He's not worried about potentially having a German son-in-law. Un yerno alemán, a German son-in-law. But he definitely noticed. He definitely, sí, sin lugar a dudas, definitely, primero, stress the first syllable, definitely. He definitely noticed, noticed, escrito, se pronuncia noticed, segunda columna de los regulares. He definitely noticed that Carl was interested in Anna. After dinner, Did they go back to the hotel? Well, after dinner, Luigi and Anna went back to the hotel. Carl went home. And did Luigi talk to Anna about Carl back at the hotel? Back? Back es una espalda. No, de regreso al hotel. Back at the hotel. Did Luigi mention anything? No, Luigi didn't mention anything. He didn't say anything about Carl Polster. Why not? Why didn't he mention those Bolsheviques, mention. Why didn't he mention anything? Because he wanted to concentrate on the important meetings for the next day. Es por eso. That's why. Okay? Okay. See you tomorrow.